Welcome to the final theme of our series, death. In the samurai culture, as depicted in the teachings of Bushido, death was not to be feared but understood and respected as an integral part of life. This module explores the samurai's profound relationship with death, a perspective that encouraged them to live more fully and honorably. Join us as we delve into how this acceptance of mortality influenced their lives and decisions, and what we can learn from their legacy about facing our own finiteness with dignity and courage. In Hagakure, Yamamoto Tsunetomo encapsulates the samurai's ethos towards death with the poignant assertion, "The way of the samurai is found in death." This statement might seem stark to us today, but it serves as a cornerstone in understanding how the samurai framed their existence and purpose. For the samurai, the ever-present awareness of death wasn't a morbid preoccupation, but a powerful motivator to live with utmost integrity and commitment. This acceptance taught them to face life's challenges with courage and to make decisions that aligned with the deepest values of honor and duty. Training for battle, where death was a constant companion, the samurai developed not just physical strength but also emotional and spiritual resilience. They were taught that to die with honor was preferable to living a life that dishonored their code. Thus, every action was performed as if it were their last, infusing their duties with profound seriousness and dignity. The practice of writing death poems before battle illustrates their poetic and philosophical approach to death. These poems were expressions of the samurai's reflections on their lives, their ideals, and the transient nature of existence. Through these verses, they confronted their mortality, expressing hopes that they had lived well and without regret. Hagakure also discusses the concept of mushin, or the death of the ego. Tsunetomo believed that by letting go of egoistic desires and fears, a samurai could truly fulfill their duties without hesitation or selfishness. This state of selflessness was seen as the ultimate expression of purity and focus, qualities essential for a warrior expected to serve loyally unto death. In our own lives, while we may not face the battlefield, the samurai's relationship with death can inspire us to live more fully. Knowing that our time is limited, we are prompted to focus on what truly matters, to cultivate sincerity, to act with integrity, and to appreciate the fleeting beauty of life around us. As we reflect on these lessons from Hagakure, let us consider how we might integrate this awareness of mortality into our daily lives. Not to dwell on the end, but to enrich the journey, making each moment count with purpose and passion. In the Book of Five Rings, Miyamoto Musashi, one of the greatest samurai swordsmen of all time, emphasizes the importance of being ever prepared for death. This concept, central to the samurai's philosophy, is not just about readiness to face physical demise, but a deeper philosophical readiness that influences every decision and action. Musashi teaches that the fear of death is a major obstacle to true mastery. He argues that only by accepting and preparing for death can a warrior truly liberate himself from fear, thus enhancing his focus, clarity, and effectiveness in life and battle. This acceptance allows the samurai to live a life that is full and without regret, making each moment count. While most of us are not preparing for literal battles, Musashi's philosophy is metaphorically relevant to anyone facing high-pressure situations. Whether you're a surgeon in the operating room or a leader making tough decisions, the principle of being prepared for any outcome, including failure or disaster, helps foster a mindset that is calm, focused, and decisively present. Musashi also discusses the concept of fudoshin, or the immovable mind. which is a state of dynamic tranquility that is not disturbed by any shock or surprise, however dire the situation may be. Achieving this state means practicing mental discipline daily, not just when crisis strikes. Integrating this into our daily lives can be done through meditation, mindfulness exercises, and regular reflection on our values and priorities. Such practices help us maintain our composure and clarity, not just in emergencies, but in our everyday decisions and interactions. Like the flow of this waterfall, life is continuous and often unpredictable. Preparing for death, in the Musashi sense, is about flowing with life's currents, not against them, embracing each moment fully, and living with purpose and integrity. As we consider Musashi's teachings, let us ask ourselves, how prepared are we for the unexpected turns of life? Do we live each day with purpose, knowing it could be our last? Let these questions guide us not towards fear, but towards fuller, more meaningful engagement with the world around us. In The Unfettered Mind, Zen monk Takuan Soho explores the profound impact of accepting death on achieving mental freedom and clarity. This acceptance, he argues, is not a resignation to fate, but a liberation from the fears that bind us, allowing a warrior, and indeed any individual, to live and act without hesitation or doubt. Takuan writes extensively about the concept of mushin, or no mind, which is achieved by transcending the fears of death. This state of mind is not empty, but is rather freed from the clutter of emotional disturbances and preoccupations, including the fear of death. For samurai, the practical application of this was clear. In battle, hesitation could be fatal. A moment's fear could mean death. But the implications of this teaching extend beyond the battlefield. For us today, it challenges how we handle our daily fears and anxieties, especially those about our inevitable mortality. According to Takuan, embracing our mortality helps clarify what is truly important. It strips away the superficial and the transient, focusing our energies on actions and relationships that are meaningful and lasting. This perspective fosters not only a life of purpose, but one of profound contentment and peace. Imagine living every day with the awareness that it could be your last. How would this change your priorities, your relationships, your passions? Takuan's teaching invites us to live with this awareness, not to morbidly obsess over death, but to enhance the richness and depth of our lives. The liberation in accepting death brings us to a state where life's pressures and the fear of its end no longer hold sway over our peace of mind. It allows us to live with a kind of boldness and authenticity that is often lost in our risk-averse and death-denying culture. As we reflect on Takuan Soho's teachings, consider how accepting the impermanence of life might change your approach to living. How might this acceptance free you to pursue a life unencumbered by the fear of its end? This is the liberation of which Takuan spoke, a freedom that allows us to truly live.